Alright people, what it do, what it do? Welcome to Quest Group News Radio. I'm your host, Mr. D Quest. Now I just brought this story real quick because I'm actually in a rush, so I shouldn't be doing this, but I just want to throw this story up real quick and then we're going to move on because I got something to take care of, but I'll be back a little bit later and we're going to be doing plenty of more stories, alright? Now here we go. The Sacramento Bee reports that 3 Woodland teens have been arrested for luring 2 male victims to set up dates, shooting at them and robbing them and leaving both abandoned and bleeding on Puta Creek Road in the unincorporated area of Solano County. Okay, now the initial investigation determined that one of the victims met a woman on an online dating site who agreed to pick him up at his residence. Okay, now upon the two meeting up, the female drove the victim to the second location where he was set up, robbed, and shot. Alright? Now, then a month later, a second 18-year-old male subject was also shot at the same location by 2 male subjects in the same exact manner that the first victim had been assaulted. This time the person was robbed of his phone, cash, and 2 ounces of marijuana. Alright? But this time the victim was able to give more detailed information about the female suspect that led to the arrest of all 3 suspects, which were 18-year-old Amit K. Choka of Woodland, 19-year-old Brandon L. Lerma of Winters, and 17-year-old suspect whose name has not been released. Okay, all 3 were booked and charged on offenses of robbery, strong arm robbery, assault, and are currently awaiting trial. Alright, I just had to run that down real quick. So let's just do some quick questions and comments and let me get up on out of here because I really shouldn't have ran this story, but I figured let me just throw this in real quick. Hi Quest, what a shame. These girls are just as bad as the guys. Yeah, these girls are just as bad as the guys, people. You know, I mean, it's just ridiculous. You expect them to be ladylike and things like that. Nah, folks, they just as bad as the guys, man. So watch yourself, especially on these online datings. Always meet these people at the police station or something. Always look through their Facebook pages, Instagram pages, and see what kind of company these people keep. You know, because it's easily to tell what type of people they are by looking through these type of social media platform of theirs. This should always be 3 meetings. There should always be at least 2 meetings before you meet up that third time for the actual, rendezvous. You know what I mean? So definitely, if y'all listening and y'all doing that online dating, always meet up twice in a designated safe area before meeting up a third time for that rendezvous. And always make sure you go through their social media pages first and look through their friends' social media pages, the people that they're following or the people that's following them. Yeah, the people that's following them, you look through their social media pages and then you'll see what you're really dealing with. You know what I mean? Alright, next, Hot Quest, they shot the first guy for phone and cash. Yeah, the first guy got shot for a phone and some cash, man. These dudes don't even be big dogging it, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. He probably had like $50 in his pocket, folks. Maybe $100, maybe $200 at the most. But come on, man. People ain't got money like they used to. This ain't 1988 where drug dealers was walking around with 5 kilos on them and 500,000 in a garbage bag in the back of the car. These ain't those days, people. People are selling a pill for like $10? You know what I mean? You got people, doing things for a pill. You ain't making that much money. You know what I mean? People are snitching on everybody. Ain't nobody got money like that nowadays. Bottom line. So I'm not going to dwell on that issue too much. You know what I mean? All right, next. I would have been afraid to report that 2 ounces of marijuana that was stolen from me. Yeah, me too, man. Because what if the cops hit him like, oh, thanks for the report, son, but hold on. Can you come over here for a second? Put your hands behind your back. No, definitely. I would have been a little scared too, but you forget in California they did legalize that and you could have up to a certain amount of personal use. You know what I mean? So they definitely made sure that this robbery around, that at least the person they was robbing had 2 ounces of marijuana on him. So I give them kudos for that, right? Because the first guy just had a phone and some baby cash. So this time they at least stepped their game up. Now y'all know I'm being sarcastic I'm just playing around when I say kudos to them for making sure he had the weed. But you know what I mean? But yeah, I'd have been a little skeptic too. Like, yeah, tell him I got the weed, but hey, if you ain't got nothing to hide, yeah, we was doing weed. I had weed on me. They took my weed. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times people think you ain't going to report to the police because you had drugs, which ain't the case. It's like, nah, forget that. Make that report. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do That way the cops know these people is out there. Don't ever hide. Don't hide and be like, nah, I ain't going to report it. Nah, because the next man may get robbed and killed. So at least these people are off the streets. So I definitely salute that dude for reporting this to the cops. You know what I mean? Because the second victim who had the weed, he was able to give them enough information. You know what I mean? So the cops knew this was serious if he was mentioning this weed in the first place. Alright, so definitely. Anyway, that's our show for today. I'm going to rock and roll up out of here, people. I'm sorry for keeping this short. You know, we got plenty of other videos already uploaded. We got more to come. Some videos are longer than others. I try to keep them in a 10-minute, no more than 15-minute range. Sometimes they hit 20. But once we get 1,000 subscribers on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, we're going to start going live. And that way you get your strong cup of coffee. I have my strong cup of coffee. Ha! And we all just kick the Willy Bobo, you know, and go live and discuss different topics. You know what I mean? Usually we have a different topic that we're discussing, you know, once you get that notification about the live. But all right, definitely, people, I want y'all to stay safe. If you're on these dating platforms, just watch out for the setup. All right, definitely, people. One.